You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? It's your partner, man. Who? You know what I'm talking about? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this testimony terror Thursday? You say testimony terror Thursday? What you talking about, bro? We gonna get into it, but before we do that, was good people like hee hee ha ha, man. Ken in the pen. All my folks incarcerated, all my folks who ain't, man. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Keep that head up. You know what I'm talking about? Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? The did I say Ken in the pen, man? You know what I'm talking about? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about? But if I didn't, go get that stick up in stores now, man. You know what I'm talking about? You go get you some on 76 MacArthur Giants League is what I'm talking about. 82nd Hillside, Barbershop. You know what I'm talking about? They say somebody putting them in their stores in the hundreds. Thank you, young man. Now you know what I'm talking about. Because I tell you every morning, but just in case you don't like me or you don't check out my channel, that's all right. You can still come get them from me, bruh. It's not a hater. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody's welcome. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Sprinkler system on you. Would you say breast sprinkler system on you? Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Also in stores, man. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Funkadiotrine. Make sure you go get you one. But if all else fails, if all else fails, man, make sure you go to Amazon. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? And get you one of these hardbacks right here. Hey, you know what I'm talking about, man? What's that swing that finger, young man? Worldwide INC. What you say, bro? Worldwide Incorporated. What you say, bro? Worldwide. You know what I'm talking about? They gonna say what that mean, bro. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm talking about? Means everybody, bro. You say what? I'm like, hey, you know what I'm talking about? Everybody included, bro. And Dugu, Mike, Lil Rue, not Lil Rue, Lil Rue. You know what I'm talking about? Tata the player, that's who comes next. Same thing, bro. Everybody on the bottom of that thing, everybody on top of that thing. Keep that head up. Keep pushing. We gonna get through it to get to it, man. You know what I'm talking about? Now let's get through these disclaimers, but before we do that, my mama said breast and whiskers when you be on TV. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna say Coffee Chronicles got to put a little bit of smoke on it. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Now, good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug usage. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no drug sellage. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no alcohol consumption. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no don't do it. Don't do take a sip of the sippers. Good brother like myself, man, I don't promote no crime. Good brother like myself, I don't promote no violence. Hey, good brother like myself, I don't promote no domestic violence. Keep your hands off the people. You know what I'm talking about? I don't promote no negativity. No, no, no. Nah, man. Man, I don't promote you know what I'm talking about? I don't promote all I promote is y'all go ahead and do what you're gonna do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you find the right thing to do with your time, young ladies and gentlemen, because we just don't know how much of it we got, man. Yeah, the good brother like myself, man, I ain't prejudiced now, man. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the sexually different, man. Good brother like myself, I ain't got nothing against the little people. No, man, man, I ain't got nothing against nobody. And they was talking to me, man. I just love me some everybody. As a matter of fact, I'm on a quest. You know what I'm talking about, man? Reading that piece, you know what I'm talking about? That Jew, you know what I'm talking about? That love. What'd you say, bro? That love. You know what I'm talking about? Back to YouTube community, man. You with me? Hey, check it out. I check it out. Come fuck with your partner one time, man. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck with a nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck with a nigga one time, man. Y'all don't even go put some smoke on him. Man, I had to put some smoke on him. You know what I'm talking about, man. What's good with the people that? Shout out to everybody who holding up the line with pennies. 97, 99. Oh, I got to start over. I see you, nigga. Fuck it. Yo, what's up, man? What's good with the people, man? How's y'all doing on this testimony terror too? Thursday. You say testimony terror Thursday. We talking about bro. We gonna get into it. But before we do that, Coffee Chronicles, man. You know what I'm talking about? They say, bro, what you over here talking about? Now this thing right here gonna get all around. This might be a long video. It's gonna go around the board. But I was talking to one of my partners, man, and I was when I was talking to him, I was like, just the state of the world and the way it got people thinking and shit. I'm like, man, that's fucked up. Let me tell y'all something, bro. Get up out these motherfucking computers, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Get your feelings, the shit you got invested in you, man. Get that shit up out this computer, bro. Stop acting like you've been knowing these people for years, folks. Stop acting like these people is actually members of your family and they proud of you or disappointed with you, bro. Get that shit out your head, folks. I was just talking to my partner, man. They were saying something, and like We done got to the state, bro, where people is even scared to tell their testimony because a motherfucker gonna tease them about it, folks. We done got to the point where people were scared to share their testimony, bro, because they scared motherfuckers gonna tease them. This shit done got out of hand, bro. I can't, and I've been telling y'all this, bro. You should never be embarrassed of the life you live, bro. Because that's the journey God had for you, bro. It don't matter what you was doing. You know how the bitches be coming from ex-strippers, prostitution, and all that shit. If you did that in your heyday, bitch, I mean, it's good, man. If you didn't grew up and you changed to a better person, bro, you shouldn't even feel bad about that shit. That's the shit you had to go through to get your motherfucking mind right, to get you to the person you is. You should just be the proud other person you is today, mama. I ain't bullshitting with you, bitch. You shouldn't let them get to you with that, you used to be a stripper, you used to be a prostitute and all that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody used to be something, man. You know what I'm talking about? You shouldn't be embarrassed of what you used to be, because what you used to be helped you to get you to who you is, if you get what I'm saying. And to keep it real, them bitches that saw a little bit of that trim stripping, them bitches be having some good game. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshit with you. Coffee Chronicles, the bitches be real aware. You know what I'm talking about? And that's crazy because the nigga, even the strippers and the prostitute, they have more like life sense than a bunch of you niggas that call yourself in the gang, bruh. I ain't bullshitting with you. Like a prostitute, a stripper bitch or something, bruh, they have more like game sense than some of you niggas nowadays, bruh. And that's a shame. Like a bitch could tell when something ain't wrong. So, man, hey, daddy, watch that nigga right there. He look like it's just shit that you watch. You know what I'm talking about? Or shit that just happened that be out of place, bruh. And I done seen more of them bitches that used to sell pussy and strip and shit have more of a I don't know what I'm looking for, bruh. They ain't really a sixth sense, but they have a game sixth sense. They do. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, I was just talking to my man on this testimony terror, bruh. That's crazy as fuck, bruh. To where a motherfucker is embarrassed of the life they live. You should never be embarrassed of anything you did, bruh. Even if you fucked up, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Like, anything that you go through, bro, you just supposed to learn from, folks. You know what I'm talking about? This shit is just called life, bro. You're going to be learning as long as you here, or you should be. Don't nobody know it all, folks. You know what I'm talking about? Do you even get if half these motherfuckers that be teasing you knew what to do, they would really be able to tease you, bro? You know what I'm talking about? Because they'll know what to do themselves. They would be able to tease. You know how people was just high side when that shit fell out the air? They'll be able to tease you with objects. They wouldn't just be coming from behind the screen, bro. They'll be teasing you in a drop Bugatti and shit. You know what I'm talking about? It wouldn't just be them anonymous calls. But testimony terror, folks. We as people, we just be all over the place. And like I said, we nowadays, bro, we just use whatever logic that we need to tease somebody. We'll say something to somebody, bro, that we won't even apply that same shit to ourselves. You'll tease a nigga about having a hole in his shoe. And then when a nigga asks you about the hole in your shoe, you gonna say something like they Gucci. You know what I'm talking about? Benzie Lotto, however the fuck you pronounce that shit. That's what you gonna say. But you still got a hole in that motherfucker. Like, because this nigga got a hole in a pro wing is more damaging than you having a hole in a Louis Vuitton shoe. It's both holes in the shoe, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? But your hole more expensive, I guess. Nigga, something straight out of comic book, bro. I ain't bullshitting with you. And you gonna ask me, and I remember a long time ago, I wish I could remember Conrad name. That shit just almost popped up. Damn, that nigga name started with an M. It wasn't Mookie, but it was something like Mookie or something Morton. You know what I'm talking about? Conrad would just pop up, nigga. It'd be locked down and everything, man. That nigga would pop up at your cell at 4 o'clock in the morning talking about, hey, give me a cigarette. You know what I'm talking about? Like, nigga, how you get out? Nigga, how you out your cell right now? Nigga, I bullshit you not. Nigga, me and that nigga Todd, cause my partner Todd was San Jose, cause it used to be my celly too. I forgot to tell y'all that. My nigga Todd from San Jose, man. One day, man, the nigga OG had went to another penitentiary, bruh. That nigga came through. He's like, man, I'm finna go get me a cigarette. This nigga he was on his bus, bruh. He went to somewhere, man. I swear to God, bro. That nigga about day later. That nigga popped up at nigga cell about 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, let me get a cigarette. Say, oh gee, man, I thought you was on the train. He said I couldn't do it. That shit was hella funny, blood. That nigga came. I don't know how he got off his train, nigga, about a cigarette. You feel me? But he told us something way back then. And I remember I got offended way back then because that nigga told me, he was telling me about my generation. He was like, man, y'all get more like females. You know, when you part of that generation, you don't want to hear that shit because you hear a nigga calling you, talking about you act like a female. He was like, nah, youngster, y'all getting like females, man. He said, y'all shop too much like females, man. You want everything you see like a female, man. You want to drive around and all this, like, to show off. And he was like, man, that's a female. It's just like a bitch at the nail shop. And he was telling us that back then. Like, man, you niggas stay in the mall shopping all day, man. He was like, it ain't nothing wrong for a nigga to be wanting to look good or whatever, man. But you know what I'm talking about? You shouldn't be walking around like a bitch trying on new dresses. But that's what he was saying. Like, nigga, every time some Jordans come out, your niggas down there in front of it, standing in line and shit, trying to get the new shoe. He was telling us that back then. And I didn't get it, but I get what he's saying now. I was offended, you know what I'm talking about? But that was the start of this shit, bruh. It was. Now I look back on that shit, that was the start of that shit. And he was hella old, you know what I'm talking about? And he seen that shit, because he lived years before that. So he knew the state was coming to he was trying to warn us way back then. Testimony terror. And it's just, it ain't really cold, it's just the way it is. But like how they got motherfuckers actually embarrassed, bruh, about the life they didn't live. And that's cold. And just as people, that's why you need to get your mind together, bruh. Shouldn't nobody be able to tease you about no days you lived on this motherfucker. You should just be proud of everything you done been through, bruh. That's why I be telling you, if you really love God like that, you just gonna love the breath he give you. If you really a child of God, you ain't finna be embarrassed or nothing God put you through. Nah, you ain't. You gonna be thanking him for that shit. You gonna see the point in going through that shit. You know what I'm talking about? You gonna see where you needed to go through that shit. You know what I'm talking about, to get to where you at now. You ain't gonna be embarrassed of that shit. Testimony terror, man. And that's what be happening. That's why when one of these motherfuckers who ain't ready to change or just want to, you know how the people is now. That's why when them motherfuckers get around you, firepower. Yeah, that's why when them people right there get around you, bruh, they keep you in the same place. You could be having billions of dollars right now, bruh, but that one motherfucker, that one miserable minded motherfucker, they gonna come around you and remember when you was down in the gutter with the rest of the people. They gonna try to hold you back there, you know what I'm talking about? Because they don't want to accept you Big Willie now. Now they feeling inferior and shit, you know what I'm talking about? So that person right there, they gonna come around and remind you when you was the dope fiend. They gonna come around and remind you when you was the prostitute, when you was stripping, you know what I'm talking about? When you was out there on drugs. When you was going through it with your kids and all that shit. That person, that's what because they not gonna they actually mad they actually mad that you are the new person you is. You know what I'm talking about? You done shed that other shit. You know what I'm talking about? You done shed that shit. Now you done blossom into the beautiful flower you is, and they still over there that dead shit with the thorns on it and shit. You know what I'm talking about? So if you ever get around them people, that's why it's not good to be around them people once you shed that shit. I ain't saying leave your people. I'm not. But you gonna have to love them from a distance. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's their defense mechanism for them not being nowhere in the life. You know what I'm talking about? Now I never tell you to turn your back on your people. You always fuck with your people, man. Always. But also, you can't put yourself in a position to where you keep yourself around people that's hindering you. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't how you got to the be to blossom to be the beautiful person you was. You know what I'm talking about? You was around other motherfuckers that believed you could do it. You know what I'm talking about? They wasn't sitting there trying to hold you to that old school prostitute or that dolphin. Coffee Chronicles. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody gonna say, bro, you saying that you was just talking about the bitches. Nah, man, you know what I'm talking about? I was. I wasn't trying to hold nobody there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Because we also get beside ourselves. You get what I'm saying? Know the difference. You know what I'm talking about? Because we'll just be broke yesterday. You know what I'm talking about? Fuck around and hit a lick today. And then we'll just be sitting around this motherfucker with y'all know how we do it when we hit. You know what I'm talking about? No, know the difference, bruh. I ain't trying to keep you nowhere. I want to see you do better, you know what I'm talking about? But at the same time, we need to stop too. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we need to stop too. You feel me? Because me, even though, and I done had money good to a good portion of my motherfucking life, you know what I'm talking about? But I'll be a goddamn lie, like, if I just sat here and told you every story, nigga, like I started off with 3 keys and all that old shit right there, you know what I'm talking about? Nah, bro, baby cuz was broke. It was days baby cuz couldn't even buy a plug. You know what I'm talking about? No, I was broke. But we'll just act like, y'all know how we act. Like a motherfucker who ain't never had nothing but testimony terror, bruh. And you can't be ashamed of what you go through, bruh. Because man, it's just weird, man. You wouldn't believe the how many motherfuckers really is damn near hard for them to think highly of themselves. You know what I'm talking about? And a lot of us as people, you let the we let the all the yesteryear shit hold us down. You know what I'm talking about? Because for some reason we always got a soft spot for that yesteryear shit. You know what I'm talking about? So we let that shit hold you down. See, right now you could have broke away from that shit. You used to could have been a broke motherfucker. You was like, fuck this, I'm tired of being broke. You went to truck driving school or something, man. You doing something positive with yourself to get out that same shit. You know what I'm talking about? You starting to do better, man. All these years and shit, you ain't never even had your own shit. You starting to get your own car, and the moment you start doing better, bruh, the motherfuckers who's not, they gonna try to come bombard you with that guilt trip shit, all that yesteryear shit. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas driving trucks can't even stop by the hood no more. Cause there's always gonna be a nigga wanna bring you back to that shit you was trying to get the fuck away from. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't never got that one right there, man. That's almost like the crab in the bucket mentality. Because I'll let you be the one who get away. Let you be the one to decide, nigga, fuck this shit. Or they gonna try to hold you to that for the rest of your life. Man, nigga doing good, nigga can't even come. So they gonna put a guilt trip on you to come back to the place you was trying to escape since you was a kid. You ain't seen this ghetto right here do nothing but kill generations of motherfuckers, but you done lost all your partners. You done lost your family members, nigga. You done seen that shit tear. You just done seen the ghetto tear motherfucker to shreds, bruh. And the moment you get up out that motherfucker gonna tell you, oh, you doing good now. You can't come back to this motherfucker. He's so straight out of comic book, but I'm just telling you, bruh, as just a person, it don't even matter if you a bitch or a nigga, bruh. Just have the motherfucking gall, because I don't want to say nuts, because I'm talking to the bitches too. But just have the motherfucking heart within inside yourself to make the best decision for you, folks. You know what I'm talking about? Don't let motherfuckers, like, just downplay your life with that shit, bruh. Don't let nobody downplay your testimony, bruh. Don't let nobody ever get you to the point, nigga, where you embarrassed, especially if you didn't use drugs. You ain't using them no more, and, like, that should be, bruh, that, nigga, it is what it is, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't that motherfucker now. You should just be, that shit should make you that much more prouder. You know what I'm talking about? It's just like when you used to come home from jail and shit. And motherfuckers, every time they get mad, they get to teasing you about being a jailbird and shit. But like I said, y'all free. And we done came back and we basically in the same place and you teasing me. Nephew says old man, old lady. Nephew says old man, old lady. What'd you say, bro? Old lady. It don't make no sense, bro. But we put so much value on what another nothing ass motherfucker thinks, bro. That's why you always just gotta believe in yourself, like have your own program, bro. So we're like, no matter what the fuck happened, nigga, you know what I'm talking about? You still on your program, bro. That's why you don't let nobody else put you on their program, folks. And even if you get on somebody else's program for a minute, bro, still always have your program. You know what I'm talking about? It's yours. But testimony terror, folks, because I have seen, I'm about to go put some more smoke on this shit too. I have seen people like we so cold in society today, bro. We just gonna, nigga, y'all would tease a person to the point where, like, y'all be doing the little kids and shit. Y'all tease them to the point, bro, where they just be wanting not to even be here no more. And that shit crazy, folks. You know what I'm talking about? It is, folks. And then y'all complain about everything, but y'all don't see how insensitive y'all is. Y'all don't see how rude y'all is. Y'all don't see how out of pocket y'all be. You know what I'm talking about? While we still complaining about everything else. Something straight out of comic book, man. Y'all hold on. Put some smoke on it. You know what I'm talking about? You got to put some smoke on it. I was telling my man Nick Cuss because he was asking me about that caramel ribbon crunch frap. You know what I'm talking about? I said, man, I'm not nowhere near no Starbucks. You'll know I'm near Starbucks when you see me with a ribbon caramel crunch frap. You know what I'm talking about? But until then, man, it's Coffee Chronicles. You know what I'm talking about? We started with the Coffee Chronicles, man. We gonna always be Coffee Chronicles. Even when it's ribbon caramel crunch frap. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, because I have you know it's crazy. I'm one of them people, bruh, that I know I ain't the only one. I don't know how y'all do it because I didn't really have that much spite. Like I ain't never really went to school or I mean it's a few motherfuckers, but for the most part, you know what I mean? I still be seeing my niggas and shit that I went to school with. And it always like I be chopping it up with a lot of people still, bruh, that I went to school with and all that shit. And sometimes when I be talking to people, it's almost because we 47, bro. But like, I guess we hella old and now, but don't really feel like that. You get what I'm saying? And like I talk to a lot of people that almost feel like they didn't do enough, or like they just feel like I don't know, it's like midlife crisis, or they just feel like they should be doing more or whatever. Coffee Chronicles. And I really believe that's just because of the way the world is now. So you look at your 47-year-old self, your 50-year-old self, and you sitting up here looking at some 18, 19, 23-year-olds riding around in BMWs with money from. Like you can't get that. Don't get that mixed up with you, bro. You doing all right? Ain't nothing wrong, bro. You still around this motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta realize you 53. You know what I'm talking about? That's the same way we was looking to them old people that came home from the service and shit when we was out there selling drugs. You know what I'm talking about? Riding around with all that slap on them gold things and all that. That's the same way we looked at them old people. You get what I'm saying, bro? Don't let that shit play tricks with your mind. It's different game around here. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't come up the same way, bro. You know what I'm talking about? You done been through hella penitentiary. You just done been through hella other shit. Don't let that shit play a trick on your mind. Like somehow you behind or you just enjoy the life that God gave you, folks. You got to. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out my mama. You know what I'm talking about? Just all my people around this motherfucker, bro. We was talking yesterday. Because you know what I think that us as people, you know what I think that we have a problem doing? Like actually just having faith. We steadily let really shit get to us. You know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you just gotta have faith and leave it at that and keep pushing. You do. Fuck all the whole outside shit. Cause if you just look around you, bro, and you start getting in, like, don't pray, then get to worrying about man. Once you pray, you done took that shit up out of man's hands. Coffee Chronicles. Your man ain't got nothing for you no more once you pray. You feel me? So, let's get into more of that belief, bro. Just believing it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, folks, the power of belief is some motherfucker. All that manifestation shit. Now, I don't know if I believe all that. Like, I believe you, I believe you manifest whatever you believe. That's what I believe. I believe whatever the fuck you think about, just like them scary movies when they be asking niggas what's your fear. And all of the dumbass niggas always tell them they real fear for some reason. Bumblebees, nigga, then you go in the room, the light go out when that motherfucker pop back on, you up in there with hella wasp. You know what I'm talking about? Can't nobody see the motherfuckers but you. I don't know why, man, nigga went up in there when they said your biggest fear and just say, man, my biggest fear is big booty bitches and pounds of weed. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know why a nigga ain't never said that. You feel me? Coffee Chronicles. So when the light cuts on, come back on, nigga, you got hella red fence and hella thick bitches running around. You know what I'm talking about? You better do yourself a favor, man. You better start learn how to use them people psychology against them. Hey, what's your biggest fear, man? I'll tell you. You ever ask me some questions like that, man, I'm gonna tell you. My biggest fear is being in front of a Brinks truck when it turns over and all the money flies out. You know what I'm talking about? Or being in the bank, nigga, when nobody's in there and everything's open. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna give you one of my biggest fears. My biggest fear is being president of the United States. God damn. I say, blood, why you fuck with it like that? Because if I don't, ain't nobody else is, bro. And I just want y'all to understand that, man. That's why I fuck with it like that. Because if I don't, ain't nobody else is, bro. I'm gonna make sure to never forget my niggas. I'm gonna make sure to never forget my slab. You know what I'm talking about? That's why you always gonna see me talking about 7400 one way, MacArthur, Bandits. You always gonna hear me talking about MacArthur. You always gonna hear me talking about my partners, bro. That's why you just always gonna hear that shit, folks. You know what I'm talking about? If I don't fuck with it like that, who ain't nobody else is, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Coffee Chronicles. What's the point of even making it, nigga, when you got to do it somebody else's way? That ain't even making it. That's just having a little bit of money or being popular right now, bro. That ain't even making it. You know what I'm talking about? Why the fuck would you want to be there? That shit just like being on in a halfway house or something, nigga, on probation, nigga. Where you got to be in the house by a certain time, nigga. You think you made it, but you still got to follow some. That ain't it. It ain't. I'm telling you, like the millionaire that I seen, bruh. What's that nigga name? I think Rick Phillips. I got him a motherfucking video about it. But that nigga, I told you, he was, they was playing Baby Cuz off when I first ran into him. They was laughing. I guess the white people joke is, oh, you're the guy with the hat. I keep telling y'all that. And I'm like, yeah, nigga, you know what I'm talking about? Because bruh got hella hats. They just fucking with bruh, though. You know what I'm talking about? Then that nigga actually looked my shit up on there and seen that I had my hat tilted to the side. That nigga said, oh, you really do wear hats. And then turned around and shake my hand. You know what I'm talking about? Like, my bad, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? He was like, oh, man, you really do wear hats. You know what I'm talking about? Subscribe to my shit. Told me, he said, man, I probably don't watch it, but I'll give a guy a break. He said, and he just went down. Nigga said he used to work for this big old company and shit. And he said even though he was making more money, he didn't like, you can't do what you want to. So he said he just went in to work for himself. You know what I'm talking about? He said he don't make as much money, you know what I'm talking about, but he has all his freedom. And he said he'll trade that for working for somebody else any day. You know what I'm talking about? And this was called, that nigga was a millionaire and he was in Boulder Station. So you know that nigga was down there on some prostitution and drugs. You know what I'm talking about? He had 3 bitches with him. I ain't bullshit with you. You know, my nigga was down there about some prostitution and drugs, right? But that nigga said, man, if you don't start your own thing, you can't do your own thing, man. I'll never forget them words. I won't. Because that's spot on, folks. Testimony Terry. That's spot on. If you don't start your own thing, you can't do your own thing, bruh. You can't. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm just here to tell you, man, it ain't, what the fuck? Like, why are you embarrassed about some shit you done really went through? If you fail and somebody start teasing you about you fail, so what, bruh? You fail. Like, I don't get that. Then y'all let people that don't know y'all make y'all feel some kind of way about shit that you really done been through, life you really live. These people don't know you from Adam, nigga. Right now, some of the shit you done been through is the reason you got some of your good friends around you. That's the reason right now you got a raw-ass relationship with a motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about, and y'all like this. You know how many people will never experience that, folks? You know what I'm talking about? Is, man, don't, long story short, the moral of this motherfucking video right here, bruh, is gonna be that. Just right there, bruh. You don't, testimony Terror Thursday, you don't let nobody make you embarrassed about what you been through, bruh. Because I told you people would do that. Even the people you know. You know somebody right now that won't let you, they won't let you live up to date. They won't let you live in 2024, nigga. They got you pegged right now, nigga, from 1992. And they don't talk about nothing else but your character from 1992. You know what I'm talking about? You could be a preacher right now, bruh, and they still talking about how you used to go around and throw niggas in the chokehold. And they gonna hold you to that. Then they gonna start saying shit like, oh, look at this nigga now. This nigga done reformed himself. That nigga don't be up there talking about all the times he done did all, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, you could do that sometime. Now, if you just trying to act like that shit didn't happen, bruh, that's a difference. You know what I'm talking about? But if you ain't ashamed of that shit, bruh, like, we done all grew up, bruh. That's the point of life, nigga, to mature, nigga, to learn gradually while you grow, bruh. Grow and learn. Now, the problem come in when you going through all this shit and somehow you growing backwards. My daughter used to say something to me about grown people. She used to say they growing down. And I didn't get that at first. Like, what the fuck you mean growing down? She said, you know how the motherfuckers, they talking about you growing up? These motherfuckers growing down. I'll never forget that. And it's, I don't know, it's life. But you gonna have to get out of the motherfucking, you gonna have to get out that shit, folks. If you ever just really want to be at peace, you gonna have to get out of giving a fuck what people think or say to keep it real. Because if people words can disturb your peace, you ain't gonna never be at peace, bruh. You ain't. You ain't gonna never be at peace because you always worried about somebody, what they thinking about you. It don't even matter what a motherfucker thinking about you. You know what I'm talking about? You ain't even never just stopped and said, why is this motherfucker even thinking about me? You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? But testimony Terror, bruh. You either got a motherfucker trying to keep you where you used to be at, or you got a motherfucker finna tease you about where you used to be at, or you just embarrassed to letting motherfucker know you human. Because we done got in this realm right here where everybody know everything and they just perfect. So we just know what to do. You notice everybody know what to do and ain't nobody doing shit? If everybody know what to do, why are we still talking about it? Nigga, something straight out of comic book. Nephew says, old man, old lady. Nephew says, old man, old lady. Hey, what's up, bro, lady? I ain't bullshitting with you. I ain't talking to a gang of people, man, and it's almost like, now, I get you, bro, because, like, The thing I ain't gonna tell you too, bro, your business ain't nobody else's business. And like you can't let nobody pull that reverse psychology on you either. Act like you hiding something that ain't none of their business. I mean, this is the shit that you let people put on you, bro. Y'all hold on, let me go grab a and you feel me? And y'all just give other people too much respect about your business, bro. You get what I'm saying? Your business is your business. You know what I'm talking about? And your business is for you to, however you want to issue that shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? But don't never let nobody make you feel like you owe them, nigga, about your business. Yeah, nigga, you could be finna get a, nigga, I don't know. You could be finna go on a vacation, nigga. Motherfucker talking about why you ain't tell me, nigga. What the fuck I need to tell you for? I'm finna go on vacation, bro. Nigga, I ain't. Yeah, this wasn't one of them vacations for me to tell you. I ain't none of your motherfucking business. But it's almost like, uh, I don't know. It's just the days we live in, bruh. Now, you could go walk around this motherfucker and chop this shit up how you want to, folks. I'm just letting you know that, don't let nobody make you feel no kind of way, nigga, about the life you done led, nigga. Cause had these motherfuckers, bro, would already been gone, would already had them been gone. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of these motherfuckers would have already been gone, bro. They would have already told, they would have already folded, all, you know what I'm talking about, bro? So just, you know what I'm talking about? Be proud of your motherfucking journey, folks. Cause that's what God had for you, bro. You get what I'm saying? And don't let nobody else. That's why I don't get why y'all be running around here talking about y'all believe in the Bible and all that shit right there. Because y'all kind of good for letting other people make you feel inferior about the journey God put you on. You might have, like I said, you might have been a prostitute, stripper, smoking dope or something like that. But like if somebody came up to you right there, that part right there, you would be embarrassed of if they start talking about it. Because for some reason, you know how people is. They don't want to talk about how you just closed that big business deal a few hours ago. They want to talk about when you was off drugs. They want to talk about when you was out here prostituting. They want to talk about when you was out here stripping. They want to talk about when you was out here homeless. You know what I'm talking about? They want to talk about when you was out here heartbroken over the bitch. They want to talk about all that shit right there when you had when you wasn't doing so good. You know what I'm talking about? They don't want to talk about that shit you just did a few hours ago, closed that big business deal. You know what I'm talking about? They can't comprehend that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why, if you knew like I knew, you'll just be proud of you, nigga. You'll believe in you, nigga. You'll believe in you, bitch. You wouldn't give a fuck about what the rest of these motherfuckers had to say. You'll keep doing you. You know what I'm talking about? Because guess what? No matter how much shit they say, they can never be you, bruh. Y'all can't share the same body. So guess what? You get a chance to be you every motherfucking second on this goddamn earth. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what they mad at. That they can't experience you. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't bullshitting with you. So you just keep on pushing. Yeah, you just keep on pushing with the faith you got to run into your motherfucking back end. You know what I'm saying? Because just like I told you last night, being solid, bro, it's gonna feel draining. It's gonna feel like you overexerting yourself. It's gonna feel, you know what I'm talking about? Like, man, this shit ain't even worth keeping the game solid. It's gonna feel like that, bro, but it ain't really like that. You gonna run into your blessings on the back end. You know what I'm talking about? You just basically in the everybody in the audition to show you their character. You know what I'm talking about? What role they playing in the movie. That's all that shit is, bro. So you got to take it that way. Don't never get tired of being real. Don't never get tired of being solid. That's what makes you you. Let everybody else be them, bro. I ain't bullshitting with you. I ain't on this testimony terror Thursday. So yeah, man, you just keep living. You don't be ashamed and embarrassed of what the fuck you going through, what the fuck you done been through, what the fuck you gonna go through. You know what I'm talking about, man? Just keep going through that shit, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, cause it's a rainbow at the end of this motherfucker. I ain't bullshitting with you. You know what I'm talking about? You just gotta keep on walking through this motherfucking forest. You know what I'm talking about? Stop and trying to pet shit and look at bugs and shit, man. Just keep on getting through this motherfucker. Stop complaining about the trees that fell and you gotta climb over, man. Just do that shit, bro. You know what I'm talking about? There's a rainbow in this motherfucker somewhere, man. You just gotta find it. Keep on going, bro. I ain't bullshitting with you. But what do I know? Only you could prevent forest fires, man. And with that one right there, if you don't remember nothing else, always remember it don't cost nothing. Just show a little bit of that love.